Right, so we got disconnected, and I did not realize we got disconnected from that other video. So I'm going to take off from where we sort of stopped, which was looking at the signs of a dismissive avoidant, and we were looking at them creating a shells around them just to protect themselves, and also because they just needed to rely more on themselves. I've mentioned about dismissive avoidant having a fear of emotional dependency, hence hyper independence is a result of that. So I was looking at the challenges that people face in their relationships. There are four of them. So number one, which we kind of touch on, is that they need to pull away when the relationship gets serious, and that's linked to number two, where so many people feel they are ghosted. The other person has just shut down. They're not responding. There's nothing happening, and I understand it's not a nice feeling, right? But that's what they do. Those are the challenges in the relationship. Number three, it's very difficult to have deep emotional conversations. Again, because of the fact that they've been let down so many times, so it's not easy for them to open up on deep conversation, and hence why they are, a lot of the time they are 50% on the way out already in the relationship. And then the number four, you would also notice whenever there's an issue or you feel that disconnect, is they would tend to work a lot more. They would prioritize work a lot more. They would prioritize alone time more over the relationship. So that's where you want to ask yourself, if you are the partner here and you're dating or you're in a relationship with a dismissive avoidant, a DA, is that something for me? Can I sustain that form of relationship for how long? And if that's even a word to consider in a relationship. Or if you are the DA, you want to ask yourself, do I want to create better relationship for myself and those around me? Do I want to give it a chance, or do I want to have the next 30, 40 years doing the same thing? Because remember, DA feel very deeply, right? It's not that they do not care, it's not that they don't feel. On the contrary, they feel overwhelmed and they feel a lot of the time unsafe. So we've been talking about the beauty of the mind, right? How fantastic our minds are. Okay, if we've been wired a certain way, and so many people talk about it, but that's the only way out. We need to unlearn what we've learned and relearn something else, something better, right? So how do we heal from or create better relationship, better connection in our lives if we are a DA? So number one, because remember, you're not going to die being a DA unless you stay like this and you don't make any sort of changes to better the situation. All right, so we're assuming you want to. So number one, self-awareness. So self-awareness is critical in knowing, where do I stand now, and in 1, 2, 3 years, where do I want to be, right? So that's crucial. Number two, which is something I really like, because remember, DA, the fear, that connection or being vulnerable with others. So how do I do that, right? So the key here is to open up a little bit at a time. And you want to do that with people who care for you, because those who care for you will always be there, will always support you, right? They'll always have a door open. So you want to take it step by step. What is it that I can do today to allow myself to be helped, to receive help from others? Because that's the big thing here, receiving help. What can I do, right? What sort of first step can I do to say, okay, well, I'll allow, I don't know, my sister to cook for me. I'll allow my husband to pick up the child for me, for instance. Anything. Just think about your own situation and where is it that you can accept some form of help, right? So you're allowing yourself to open and feel safe And in the end, trusting that others will be there for you, rather than thinking, oh gosh, they're going to shut me out, they're not going to be there, and I'm going to be all alone again. No. So you want to be sure you're reaching out to those who you know care for you. And the last one is seeking help, seeking therapy or counseling or some form of coach, right, who will be able to guide you and open up bit by bit with that relationship, because we're not born with being that way, and we don't need to die with that way. Anyway, so if my content resonated with you, I'm so sorry, I don't know how it got stopped, but if my content resonated with you and if you like it, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and put a heart in the comment, or if you want to share any of your own experiences, I would love to hear from it. I am more than happy to connect with you. Remember that change is possible, and the key is to start letting people in a little bit at a time. I wish you a wonderful weekend or a wonderful day wherever you are, and you take great care and happy healing.